Well, this is Cider with Rosie. I'm going to enjoy showing you this boat. She's one of the most well looked after boats that I've seen through the business here in the last 6 years. She's absolutely pristine. She was built in 2000 here at Stowe Hill, the workshop opposite the office here. And she spent all of her life in the marina behind the workshop, apart from the last 3 or 4 years where she was up at Dunchurch Pools. And she's been so immaculately looked after. Just in August this year, 2022, the hull was stripped back to bare metal, applied with a rust inhibitor and 3 coats of blacking. 10 anodes were put on her at the time. She had the roof stripped down to metal and repainted. 9 coats of paint, including rust inhibitor. Anti-slip was put on. The tiller and skeg cup were replaced in August. She's been fully repainted twice under the tenure of her current owners, who've had her since new, once in 2009 and once in 2017. There just isn't a boat that's been as well looked after as Cider with Rosie that I've seen anyway. 2 gas bottles in the forward locker there with a changeover valve, 6 kilo bottles. A lot of Stowe Hill boats had 6 kilo gas bottles actually. The well deck itself is 5 foot 2 inches long. That table folds up and bolts against the glazed cratchboard there, like so. There's a huge locker in this bench under here. Lots of the anchors in there and bits and pieces, and also the guts of the bow thruster. It's a ARS hydraulic bow thruster on Cider with Rosie. Nice glazed bulkheads and front doors, and in we go. She's so lovely. Head height on the boat is 6'1". She's fitted out an oak face ply with solid oak trim. The floor is solid oak, laid on top of pine floorboards, so super solid. There's a Morso squirrel stove there on the left hand side of the screen. That was new along with the flue in 2011. Nice sized cupboard there. The CD radio is there. That's an Alpine CDA. It's a CD radio with a precision power amplifier. There are speakers both in the saloon here, 2, in the bedroom, in the bathroom and the rear cabin, and they're all isolatable. You can have them all on or in whichever room you happen to be in. The saloon, it's 13 feet 8 inches long. There's room in here for a sofa bed, I suppose, or a couple of armchairs. That's the Morso squirrel. A solid fuel stove. Quite a few cupboards under the gunnels and shelves as well. Lovely dining area. That table does extend. There's a picture of that, so you can quite easily seat 4 or 5 actually, with one at the end for dining. And I suppose if you squeeze a couple on the end, it's a dining table for 6. It's right under the side hatch there, so that's nice. Some very clever use of storage on Cider with Rosie, I must say. All the woodwork is solid. See the thickness of the doors there. Cupboard down here. I love this boat. Into the galley. 6 feet 10 inches long. Shelves and cupboards all over the place. All the lights in the galley and saloon are LED. The rest of them in the boat are halogen. And there's the washing machine. It's a Zanussi. That works off the inverter as well, which is handy. This sink does have the work surface. You can pop in it there. You can see next to it. There's a 12-volt Inlander fridge with an ice box. And cupboards under here. The worktops in here are oak block. Good sized cupboard under there. And the cooking is it's a Vanette 4-burner gas hob oven and grill with good sized cupboards over the top of it. Another side hatch here. So you've got 3 side hatches in here, 2 in the galley, 1 over the dining table. The bedroom's next. 9 feet 3 inches long. The bed measures 6 foot 3 inches long, 4 feet wide. It does extend to a cross bed as well if you wanted it to. There's the bits of wood are on board and the cushions to turn it into a cross bed. Good sized wardrobe with shelves over it, 4 drawers here. Nice little bureau type thing at the top of those 4 drawers. Nice shelf there for cups of tea or gins and tonics in bed. There's portholes throughout the boat. 7 of those, they're 12 inches wide, the portholes. Cupboards over the bed there. A couple of reading lights. And into the bathroom, 5 foot 6 inches long. Nice room this. Lovely shower cubicle, it's tiled in there. That sink is made by a potter, an Oxfordshire potter. She was called Sydney Hardwick, and she did all the tiles as well. Absolutely beautiful. There's the loo. It's a Jabsco pump out loo. There's a brand new stainless steel holding tank for that, and all the pipe works have just been replaced. There's the shower cubicle. You see the bungs for the portholes there. Lovely basin. Into the stern cabin. 8 feet 8 inches long. This does make into the traditional crossbed. Good solid wood again. Lovely scumbling. That drops down there. There's the mattress infills. So you've got a spare double bed. Cupboards up here. There's a very decent tunnel lamp on the boat as well, which isn't on for the purpose of this. I perhaps should have put it on. There's also a secondary light that plugs into the system for you to use at the helm should all other systems fail. There's a drop down table. Rows and castles. And the storage under the left hand side of here. There's the engine. I think I mentioned that's Barrowshire with a hospital silencer. The whole of the engine bay is insulated, so it is super quiet. That was new in 2004, by the way. That's not the age of the boat. And the gearbox was rebuilt in 2010. Behind that little cupboard is the inverter. It's a Master Volt 4 kilowatt inverter charger. That was new in 2008. And a little cupboard in there. The batteries on board. There's 320 hour domestics, 1 starter. These taff seats swivel. You can adjust the seat according to your comfort needs. And it's an extended stern deck this. It's an extra foot longer than most traditional stern narrowboats. It really makes a difference actually. The well deck as well is a good size. That's extended at 5'2". So the water tank's 900 litres. That was stripped back to bare metal in August 2022 and recoated. Central heating on board is an Eberspacher diesel fired system. That was new in 2009. That heats fin rads along the bottom of the boat full length, and hot water is heated by the engine, the Eberspacher, or there is an immersion heater as well when you're on landline. Lighting's all LED. There's always a galvanic isolator on board. The gas regulator was new in August as well, by the way. And I ought to mention she has a Crowther propeller. Gunnels and tunnel bands were painted in August. I could go on forever. Anyway, there you go. Absolutely glorious boat. That's Cider with Rosie. For further photographs, fully downloadable colour brochure, the spec and the price, go to our website www.rugbyboats.co.uk.